Hello my friends, Melissa Wick here. Today's yoga class is a full practice. It's a Vinyasa flow, so get prepared to sweat a bit as we build heat with some core work. We'll be also flowing into the different variations of triangle pose, so we're going to get into those hamstrings as well. So let's get into something comfortable where we can move in, take it at your own pace, and let's get started. So for this practice we are going to use one block for sure. If you have two blocks, even better. I like to use them to help us to have alignment and keep length in the spine. If you don't have a block, I would suggest getting one because it's so useful. Or maybe for this practice, getting a cushion or something a little bit thicker and not so hard. All right, so we're going to begin in Savasana. Just put your blocks up to the top of the mat for now. So we'll begin lying in corpse pose, extending your arms and legs. We'll close the eyes here. Take a big breath in through the nose. Let it go through the mouth. 2 more times like that. Breathe in. And then close the lips. And give yourself permission here to arrive onto your mat, into your space. And taking a look around on the inside. And allowing yourself to settle into your space, your body, and your breath. And following the natural cadence or rhythm of your breath in and out through your nose. And if you find some thoughts start to arise, you can simply acknowledge them and then let it go. And we do that again and again. If a distraction starts to come up, you start thinking about something, your to-do list, see it, acknowledge it, and let it go. Keeping our focus and our attention on our breathing. Giving us this gift of the present moment. Maybe here you want to set an intention for your practice. Doesn't need to be grand, just allow it to be sincere. And I invite you to keep this quality of breath and presence throughout your practice. And rest when you need. Honor your body. Let's slowly start to invite our knees in towards our chest, interlacing your hands. You can be still or gently rock from side to side. And then we'll keep the right knee in, extend the left leg out long, flexing both feet. Ground down the left heel to the floor as you start to draw the right knee in. Keep both hips grounded and level. And then we'll take our right arm out into a T, palm up. Left hand comes to the outside of the right leg as you cross your right knee over to the left. Not going to your max edge right away as we are just starting to open up. And then inhale your way to center. And then exhale, gently switch legs. Left knee draws in, right leg extends, toes flex, and start to hug the left knee in. Left arm extends out, palm faces up. Right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Gently draw that left leg over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Both knees draw into the chest. Take your hands underneath the kneecaps. Give yourself a couple gentle rocks up and down your mat. And then when you feel ready, cross at your ankles, take your hands forward, shimmy your way back down. Come into table. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, curl. Feel the shoulder blades peel away. Inhale, look up. Exhale, curl. Last round. Inhale. Exhale, curl. Inhale, come to neutral table. Tuck your left toes underneath. Extend your right leg out to the side, toes face forward. You're going to sit your sit bones back towards your heels. Walk your hands forward. Glide the shoulders down the back. Inhale, back to table, other side. Left leg extends out to the left, right toes tuck under, and then sit bones back. Walk your hands forward, release here. Breathe, stay close to your breath. Inhale your way back to tabletop, tucking both toes under. Find your downward dog, first one of this practice. So you can start to invite movement, pedal if you'd like. Nod your head yes. Release the neck. Push through the palms. Sit bones reach up and back, chest towards the tops of the thighs. From here, we're going to use our full inhale. We're going to come onto the balls of our feet. Draw your chin towards your chest and start to roll yourself forward all the way to a high plank. Wrists under shoulders. Exhale, your belly button's going to draw to the back of the spine. Bring you back to down dog. 2 more times. Balls of the feet as you inhale, chin to chest. Roll yourself forward. High plank. Exhale, belly button draws back. Down dog. Inhale, roll yourself forward. Warming up the shoulders. Exhale back, down dog. And then here, inhale, roll forward. From here, hug the elbows in as you exhale, lower to your belly. Point your toes. Take your fingertips wide off the mat, maybe a little in front of you. Elbows reach towards the ceiling. Pubic bone draws down. Tops of the feet press down. Rolling here. Inhale, upper back lifts. Head is last to come up. Only go as high as you can. Keep the shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, roll down. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, lower. Take your hands right by your chest. We're going to inhale to cobra. Elbows hug in. Lift. Heart reaches forward and up. Glide the shoulders down. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes underneath. Inhale, push yourself through table or high plank and back to down dog. From here, let's bend the knees and then walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, find a ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows, bend your knees. Release your head and your shoulders. Draw your belly button up and in.
so you can let your spine release. From here, again, inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down or rise, arms lift all the way up. Exhale, hands come down by your side. From here, we're going to inhale, the arms are going to lift. Exhale, right hand back, left hand forward, palms face out to the right, hip bones stay facing forward. Maybe you look to your right hand. Inhale, come tall. Exhale, left hand back, right hand forward. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, your hands down by your side. From here, we're going to interlace our hands behind the back. So we're going to start to draw our elbows in towards each other without lengthening the arms just yet. Squeeze the shoulder blades, open up the chest. Notice if your tailbone wants to reach back, draw it forward, slight bend in the knees. Maybe this is enough, or from here, maybe you want to extend the arms. Couple cycles of breath here. Gently release. Interlace your hands in front of you and then push your palms away and start to make that cat shape. Curl, curl, curl. Do the opposite of finding length. And feel that stretch in the upper back, back of the heart. And then inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale your way all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step back to high plank. From here, on your exhale, shift slightly forward, elbows hug in, push through the palms, come down halfway, or to your belly, up dog or cobra. I am in up dog right now, heart reaches forward and up. As you exhale, your belly button draws back, and you shift your weight back to down dog. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to inhale our right leg high, three-legged dog, toes face down. Keep pushing through the palms. Bend your right knee, start to stack open the hips, keeping the shoulders level to the top of the mat. Draw your right heel close to your right glute. Come back to a squared hips. And then from here, we're going to start to draw our knee towards our chest as we hinge forward. So really puff up the upper back here. Look down between your hands. Draw your right heel to your glutes. And from here, you're going to gently let your right knee kiss the mat and then lift it back up. Use the core. Draw your right knee towards your left tricep. Let it kiss. Come back to center. On your exhale, step your right foot through between the hands and then release your left knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Thumbs back, pinkies forward. Right heel is drawing back, left knee is drawing forward. On your exhale, hands come down. From here, you can start to shift the weight back so you can extend that right leg. You can use your blocks here if you'd like for support. Right toes come towards the face. Glide the shoulders down and away from the ears. And then on your next exhale, roll through that front foot, bend that right knee. Take your blocks up. From here, you're going to power up that left leg. Left hand comes down in line with the left shoulder. Inhale, twist, right arm reaches up. Keep that shoulder way out of the ear. Open up your wing. Notice if your weight in the left foot is on the big toe, try to bring the pinky side toe down. And then exhale, right arm comes down. Welcome to use blocks here again for a modified pyramid pose. So we're going to stay on the ball of the left foot to start to lengthen that right leg. Draw your right hip back in space. Ground down through that right big toe here. Keep the head in line with the spine. Find length here.
Beautiful. And then we're going to bend through that right knee, blocks off to the side. Bring your hands down, step your right foot back, high plank. Breathe in to prepare, shift your weight forward. As you exhale, elbows hug in, push through your palms evenly, halfway, or to your belly, cobra, or up dog. Exhale back, downward dog.
Couple cycles of breath here. Inhale, left leg high, left toes stay down. Now bend that left knee, start to stack open the hips, shoulders level to the top of the mat. Draw that left heel close to the left glute. Keep the tension out of your neck. Come back to squared hips, and then from here you're going to shift your weight forward, knee towards your chest. Now keep your eyes down towards the mat. Keep that puff up in the upper back. Left heel to your left glute, and then slowly let your left knee kiss the mat. Lift it up. Draw your left knee towards your right tricep. Obliques on. Come to center. Exhale. Step your left foot through between the hands. Right knee kisses the ground. Inhale, low lunge. Now left heel draws back, right knee forward. Tailbones rooting down as we lift out of the hips. And then exhale your hands down. Maybe you take your blocks for a ride as you start to shift the weight back, left toes towards the face, half split. Head in line with the spine, glide those shoulders down and away, integrity over depth. And then exhale, roll through that front foot mindfully, left knee bends, shift your weight forward, blocks to the side. And then you're going to power up your back leg, right hand stays down, inhale, twist, left arm opens up. Open up your wingspan here, maybe you look to your left hand. Commit to that back leg being powered up. And then exhale, left hand comes down. Maybe you find your blocks again. Modified pyramid. Lengthen through that left leg. Right ball of the foot is planted. Right heel may lift. Left hip now draws back in space. So both hip bones are level to the top of the mat. Ground down through the left big toe. And from here, we'll bend through that left knee. Take your blocks off to the side, plant your palms, step back to high plank. Breathe in to prepare, shift your weight forward. Exhale, bend at the elbows, hug the elbows in, halfway down to up dog or belly or cobra. Exhale back, downward dog. You can take these next 3 breaths here. If you want to rest in down dog or in child's pose, your choice. If you're in child's pose, let's come back to downward dog. And let's come into the heart of the practice. So we'll inhale, right leg's gonna float up. Exhale, draw your knee towards your chest. From here, draw your right knee to your left tricep, obliques are on. And then gently extend the right leg out to the left so the outer edge of your right foot is down. And then draw your left foot planted down flat or on the inner edge of the left foot. Press your weight into your right hand, left arm's gonna reach, fall in triangle. So push the floor away to lift your hips upright. And then exhale, look where you're going. Left hand comes down. Come on to the left ball of the foot. You're gonna sweep your right leg up through down dog and then up to 3-legged dog. Beautiful. On your exhale, you're going to step your right foot through in between the hands and prepare here for high lunge. Inhale, thumbs back, pinkies forward. Now here, if you feel compression in your low back, just bend your back knee a little bit and start to draw your tailbone forward here. From here, we're going to take our left hand forward, our right hand back, palms face out for a twist. Right heel is drawing back, left toes forward. Inhale, scoop that right arm down, both hands lift. On your exhale, warrior two. Left heel comes down, left toes fan out, open up the arms here. Weight on the outer edge of the left foot, right knee is bent, and then look beyond your right fingers. Notice if your torso is leaning forward, bring it in line with your root, and then see if you can see your big right toe when you look down. From here, you're going to lengthen your right leg and then flip your right palm, revolved, reverse here with a straight leg. Side stretch. From here, we're going to come into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Start to hinge and reach forward towards the top of your mat. Find length in the upper right side of the ribs. And then exhale, right hand can come down to the block or the inside of the leg. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. So being mindful to not lock out your knee, but also don't let it just relax. You want to keep awareness so we're not overstretching or pulling anything. You can keep your right hand nice and light so we're not dumping our weight. Use the core and find length in your right side body as well. Inhale, use the core to bring you back up. Take your hands to your hips, and then you're going to step your back foot in about halfway. Come onto the railroad track so they're not right in line with each other. Left toes fan slightly out. And then we're going to come into a pyramid pose. So let's bring our left arm up. We're going to inhale, get nice and long. Exhale, we'll start to draw that right hip back as we start to reach forward. And then pause here. Head stays in line with the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge a little more. Pause. Inhale, get long. Exhale, hinge a little more. And then from here, we can fold. You can have blocks here for support, or maybe you want to take your hands into reverse prayer behind your back. I don't have the space for that today, but if you feel like you do, you're welcome to go ahead and do that as long as we keep integrity in the spine. Keep drawing that right hip back in space. Now from here, we're going to come into revolved triangle. You can take one block with you for a ride to the outside of the right foot. And then from here, you're going to take your left hand down. Then maybe you take your right hand to your low back. You can stay here, or you can start to use your core to twist over to the right. Now we're bringing in some balance. Maybe your right arm will float up towards the ceiling. Open up your wing. Stay close to your breath. Revolved triangle. And exhale, lower. From here, we're going to come into needle or half or standing splits. So we're going to walk our hands forward, bring your weight into your right foot. From here, we're going to float the left leg up. Keep your left toes down. So only go as high as with your leg so your left hip doesn't lift off. We want to keep the left hip in line with the right. You can take a block here under your hands. Maybe you want to go for it and wrap one hand around your calf, maybe both. From here, we're going to flow 3 times. So here we're going to inhale, bend both knees, let your left knee kiss behind your right knee, and then exhale, extend. Inhale, kiss, curtsy. Exhale, extend. Inhale, kiss. Exhale, extend. Now here, a new transition. Inhale, let it kiss. And then exhale, we're gonna let our left shin bone come down. And then we'll keep our right foot flat on the mat as we come into a seated twist. So here, if both your sit bones aren't connected to the ground, you can extend your left leg out in front of you. Otherwise, we'll all take our right hand behind us for support, and then we'll take our left arm up as we breathe in, and then exhale, hug your right knee in towards the chest, twist over to the right. Making sure our torso is stacked over the hips, so we're not leaning too far back. Twisting from the core rather than the neck and the shoulders. We'll slowly unwind, take both hands over to the left side, counter stretch, and then let's come into boat pose, Navasana. So we're gonna have both knees and legs in front of us. Zip your ankles, your shins and knees together. You can lean slightly back on your sit bones. Take your hands first stage underneath the kneecaps, toes on the floor, heels lift. Start to glide the shoulder blades down the back. Your heart is reaching forward and up. So find something in front of you to focus on. Make sure we use our breath here. Now stay here, or maybe your toes start to hover. Keep the legs together. Maybe your shins come parallel to the ceiling. Maybe you take your hands off your legs. Now your low belly is going to start to activate and fire up. Maybe you extend your legs straight out in front of you. So remembering, stay nice and close to your breath. Keep that spine tall. Shaking is good. Creating new patterns, new muscles. One more breath. And then cross at the ankles. Take your hands forward and then come back to downward dog. You can exhale out of your mouth when you need to. Pedal it out. Find stillness again. And we get to do the other side. Whole new opportunity, whole new perspective. Come back to your intention. Find your will. So from here, let's inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee towards your chest. Bring your shoulders forward. From here, you're going to draw your left knee to your right tricep. Obliques are on. And then gracefully extend your left leg out to the right. Outer edge of the left foot is down. Spiral your right heel down. Fallen triangle. Left hand stays planted. Right arm reaches up. Push the floor away from you to lift your hips a little higher. And then exhale, look down. Right hand comes down. We're going to sweep that left foot through as the ball of your right foot comes back down to the mat. Three-legged dog. Inhale. And then exhale, step left foot through. Prepare here for a high lunge. Arms lift. You can bend that back knee slightly if you'd like. From here, right arm's going to come forward. Left arm's going to reach back. Palms face out. Nice. Use the core to help you twist. And then your left arm's going to scoop down. Draw your arms all the way up for an inhale. And then exhale, right heel comes down, right toes open up, warrior two. Reach beyond your fingers here. Lengthen that left leg, flip your left palm, reverse here. Right hand onto the back of your right thigh, side stretch. From here, we'll move through to triangle pose. Start to hinge and reach forward. Keep a lift in the left side ribs. Left arm comes down to a block or to the inside of the left leg. Just lightly having your hand down here for support. Notice here if your hips are winging out to the left. Start to draw your tailbone forward and then trust in drawing your chest back in space.
Keep integrity and awareness in the legs and the core. Now we'll use the core to draw us all the way back up. Take your hands to your hips and then walk that back leg in about halfway. So your right toes are slightly out to the right in pyramid pose. You're back on those railroad tracks. So here, this time we're going to reach our right arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, start to reach forward and hinge. Left hip draws back in space. Pause. Keep your bicep by your ear. Inhale, get nice and tall. Exhale, come down a little more. Pause. Inhale, tall. Exhale. And then we'll release. Blocks are great here. Start to keep drawing your left hip back in space. Root down through your left big toe. You can stay here in pyramid. If you want to come with me to revolve triangle, you can take a block or your hand to the outside of the left foot. And then we'll start to twist with our core over to the left. Left hand can come to the low back. Stay or twist a little more from the core. Maybe left arm floats up for revolve triangle. Bringing in some balance. Breath to breath. And then slowly we're going to release. Take your block forward with you or aside. Come into your standing split. So weight into the left foot, hands come forward. Right foot flexed as your right leg lifts, right hip stays down. Maybe you take one hand to wrap around your ankle. From here, we're going to flow 3 times. So point your right toes, breathe in, both knees bend, right knee comes behind the left. Exhale, extend, flex the foot. Inhale, let the knees kiss, curtsy. Exhale, extend. Inhale, curtsy. Exhale, extend. And then inhale here, curtsy. Exhale, right shin comes down to the mat. Your left foot stays planted on the ground. Both sit bones rooted. If not, you can extend the right leg in front of you. So from here, we're going to take our left hand behind us. Right arm's going to reach up, get tall. Exhale. Left knee draws in, twist to the left. And then we slowly unwind. Take both hands over to the right for a counter stretch. We get to do boat again. So we'll draw our ankles, shins, and knees together. Take your hands underneath the kneecaps. Lean slightly back on your sit bones. Shoulders glide down. Heart forward and up. Heels lift, maybe toes, maybe shins. Maybe your hands float. Keep everything nice and open as you breathe deeply here. Zip those legs together. I'm doing it with you. One more breath. And exhale, cross at the ankles. Take your hands forward and then come back to a down dog. Pedaling out the feet here. Find stillness. Inhale your way forward to a high plank. We're going to exhale our way nice and slow to our bellies and try to see if everything can touch the floor at one point. Point your toes here. We're going to come right into locust. So we're going to bring our forehead down to the mat. Take your hands down by your side, palms face down. Point your toes. So gentle
Squeeze in the glutes, not too tight, just so you have awareness there. You're going to draw your pubic bone down towards the mat. Start to slide the shoulders onto the back. Engage the triceps. Lift the forehead, the chest, the shoulders, the palms. Head stays in line with the spine so we're not cranking our neck way up. From here, maybe your feet start to lift. You point your toes so much that the kneecaps and maybe the quads lift as well. Roll the shoulders on the back. Breathe here. Think length rather than height. One more breath in. Exhale, right ear can come down to the mat. Release. And then we'll do one more variation of a back strengthener, core strengthener. We're going to take our hands behind us, interlace them, draw the elbows towards each other, and squeeze the shoulder blades. From here, lift the forehead, chest, point your toes. Maybe your shins and knees lift. Head in line with the spine, nice and easy. Relax your jaw. And we'll slowly release. Take your hands down by your chest. Push yourself up and back to a closed-legged child's pose. So take your arms down by your sides. Rest your chest and your forehead down. Relax your shoulders. Slowly roll yourself upright, and we'll do a little bit of floor work here. So we're going to come onto our sit bones, extend your legs out in front of you. We're going to come into Janu Sirsasana. So you're going to extend your right leg out long with your right toes flexed towards the ceiling, and then take your left knee out to the side with the inside of your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. So you are welcome to prop yourself up on a block if you need. Gently remove some of the flesh here, and then there is going to be a bit of a twist. So you're going to align your heart to the right leg. So twist over to the right a bit. Inhale, arms lift up. And then exhale, reach beyond your right toes, even if it's not actually there, just reach that way. And then exhale, allow yourself to fold here. Inhale, slowly roll yourself up. Option to use a block for this side stretch here. You can take a block to the inside of the right leg. You're going to take your right forearm down to the ground or to that block, and then take your left hand to your left hip, and then start to open that left shoulder to the left. So you're opening up your chest. Maybe you stay right here, or maybe here you'll reach the left arm up. Palm face down, reach through the fingertips. If you have this space, maybe you take your right hand, peace fingers and thumb, hook it to your right big toe, and maybe you can even reach with your left hand to your toes as well. Inhale your way back up. We're going to take both legs in front of us with the knees bent, feet hip width distance apart. And then just take your hands behind you with your fingers towards your body. And then from here, we're just going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chest up. So you're really proud of your chest and your heart here in this moment. Let's just say, for example, you can close your eyes here, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the shoulders together.
And then slowly we'll release to the other side of Janu Sirsasana. So left leg extends out. And then your right sole of the foot comes to the inside of the left thigh. Shimmy a little, remove the flesh. Gentle twist to the left. Inhale, arms get nice and tall. Exhale, reach beyond the left foot. And then release here. So there's no need to pull on the leg. Just allow ourselves to soften here. Inhaling as we fold, we get a little taller, longer, and then when we exhale, we sink a little deeper. Inhale your way back up. We're going to find that side stretch. So you can take a block to the inside of the left leg. Left forearm comes down. Right hand comes on to the right hip. Now if the forearm it's way too far, you can just take your left hand to your left leg. Start to open up the chest. So it's a gentle twist over to the right. You can stay here, or right arm can reach up and over. Maybe one side feels totally different than the other. Take your variation. Inhale, come back to center. Keep your block close by. We're going to extend the legs out in front of us. And then this time, we're just going to take our hands behind us again, fingers face towards us. You can do the same thing that we did the last time, or come into reverse table. So plant your feet into the mat, lift your hip bones up, lengthen the arms, draw your tailbone towards your knees as you open the chest. You can keep your chin close to your chest, or maybe with control, you can bring your head in line with the spine. Lift those hips up. And then slowly release. We're going to take that block and bring it in between the upper thighs. Squeeze the block. Shimmer your way forward in case you need some space to lie down behind you. Now we're going to roll down really slowly. Take your hands in front of you, palms face each other. Keep your feet planted on the floor. Start to make that C shape. So you're curling your tailbone forward. Engage your lower belly. Roll yourself down nice and slow. Pause here. Now roll yourself a little more so your low back is on the ground. Low back is on the ground. Squeeze the block. Stay here or extend your legs out. This is the last burst of the practice here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If you're shaking like me, that's awesome. Squeeze, breathe. And then bend your knees, roll yourself down, come down. Take your block. Now we're going to take the block and we're going to come into a restorative bridge pose. So lift your hips up. Take the block either on the first setting or you can flip it to the second setting. Place your sacrum, so that bony part, so it's not on your low back, so it's not too high. It's more on that bony part. And then let your sacrum rest here. You can have your arms down with your palms flipped up. Keep some activity in your legs so your knees don't wing out to the sides. Close your eyes here and start to feel that heaviness. Feel the sinking here. Feel the support. Connecting to that energy of rooting and grounding. Now you can stay right here. If you want to try to extend your legs out long, you can try that.
You can stay on the second setting, or you can just do it on the first setting. You can try both and just extend your legs out long. Keep some activity in your legs here. If you feel any pinching in your low back, just come back to that bridge pose. And we'll take about 6 cycles of breath here. So stay close to your breath. If your legs are extended out, you can slowly start to bend the knees. Press your feet into the ground to lift your hips up. Take your block off to the side. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Use your biceps to draw your knees in. Feel that compression in your hip flexors. Keep your tailbone lengthened and grounded on the mat. Now we'll come in for a nice twist. So draw your knees over to the left. Arms open up into a T. Gaze can come over to the right. Inhale your way to center. And then exhale, knees over to the right, gaze over to the left. Inhale to center, final pose. Let's come into a happy baby. So arms to the inside, grab the ankles, your shins, outer edges of the feet, or peace fingers and thumb to your big toe. Lengthen the back of your neck. You can be still or sway. Or if you have your big toes, maybe you draw one heel in and extend one heel out. Make this your own. And then we'll slowly make our way to Savasana. Do what you need to do to get comfortable. Maybe you take your pony out. Maybe you put socks on if your feet get cold. Maybe you put your 2 blocks underneath the backs of your thighs. And from here, we'll close the eyes. We'll take one cleansing breath here together. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And let it go. And there's nothing left for you to do but to receive the effects of your practice. Your whole body is resting on the ground. And we're allowing the energy within us to organize itself into harmony and balance and coherence in this ultimate state of receivership. And just allow.
noticing what it feels like to be at home in the center of your own being. And know that you always, always have access to this. Slowly start to deepen your breath, letting your breath gently stretch you from the inside out. Inviting in movement, wiggling your fingers, your toes, wrists, and ankles. Bring up your arms overhead, gently stirring your body into wakefulness. And draw your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a hug. Rolling off to one side, any side that you like here. Pause there for a moment, and tuning into the energy of gratitude for our bodies, for allowing us to have this practice, and also for our body's unconditional service to us every day. And then we can keep our eyes closed. Use your top hand to bring you up to a seated position. And let's just meet with our palms touching, feeling this union of opposites, this union of duality, and a slight bow of the chin. Find a tall spine. Come back to the intention that you may have set for yourself in the beginning of class. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Enjoy these next few breaths with yourself. And noticing that inner stillness within you. And our yoga practice continues off the mat. As I invite you to keep this stillness, this peace within you as you go on through your day, through your evening, and to spread it to all those around you. Thank you so much for your trust. From my heart to yours, namaste.